Hi, it's Jim here. Today I want to teach you about another essential bushcraft item, which is cordage. A cordage is a term which is used for stuff that you might think of as string or rope, and it's useful for all sorts of things, for shelter building, for tying a line if you wanted to hang up your items like pots and pans, or for drying clothes if you get wet out in the bush. Making yourself an emergency pair of shoelaces or a belt, a whole host of stuff. Or you make it even thicker, you can use it for raft building. Now this stuff, this is natural cordage. This is extremely strong. Okay, I can pull this with all my strength. I can't snap that. It's very, very strong. And believe it or not, this is made from this, nettles. Okay. What we're going to use is the outside fibres of this nettle, and we're going to process the stem in order to get those. So, as you would expect with nettles, they are dangerous, they can sting you, so wear a pair of gloves by all means. You can, if you grasp them hard enough, avoid getting stung. Okay, the barbs either won't sting you or you won't get very many stings. So the first thing to do is to remove all the barbs and all the leaves from the stem. And you do that, you simply run your hand, grab it really tight, run your hand up with your gloves on. Like so. What you're left with is the stem, okay? What we want to do now is just crush the stem. In order to do that, you can either get a couple of flat rocks, push them together. You can get some wood and just gently roll the wood over the stems, or you can just crush it between your finger and thumb, like this. It's important not to be too rough with this because you want to keep the integrity of the fibres. So just crush this all the way down, paying particular attention to these joints here. They're the toughest parts. You just crush it all the way down. Right, so that end bit is a bit thin. You can get rid of that. As it gets too thin at the end, it gets a bit harder to use. Okay, so we've now crushed our stem. The next thing to do is to split it. So simply get your fingernail inside and only open it up like this. I'm going to do that all the way down. Like so. Okay, and you should end up with 2 or 3 strands, like that. Now inside of there is a hard, pithy layer, and we want to get rid of that. We don't need that. So the way to do that is to lay it over your finger, bend it over, and they will start to stick up, and just simply pull those out, peel them out. Like that, bend it over, peel out those layers, just bend it, snap it, you'll hear them snap, just peel them out. It's important that you get all that pithy layer out, otherwise you won't have very good cordage. If you're really keen, you could save this in a pith and dry it out and use it as tinder, but otherwise you can just chuck it away. Okay, what we're left with is lovely soft outer fibres of the nettle. And this is what we're going to use. The next stage is to find the middle of the fibres, pinch them between your forefinger and thumb, take this hand and just start to twist the fibres. Keep twisting until they turn over. They will turn over naturally like that. I'll just show you that again. So you pinch it between your forefinger and thumb, you keep twisting these fibres until they turn over naturally into a loop, like that. And that loop you pinch between your forefinger and thumb, you take one of these strands, you start twisting that. Keep twisting until you feel some resistance, and you can't really twist it any further. And you just tuck that underneath that one. Take this one, which is now on top, and you twist that until you start to meet some resistance. You tuck that one underneath, and just keep repeating that pattern. Twisting, tuck it underneath. Twisting until you feel some resistance, tuck it underneath. Twisting it, tuck it underneath. Twist that, tuck it underneath. This process is called laying, and it creates a very strong bondage, a very strong cordage. Okay, now you can see that twist now appearing on there. If I let go of this, it won't come undone. So you twist, tuck it underneath. Twist it, tuck it underneath. You can make any length of this that you want to. And the way to do that is just simply cut more nettle, process them as I showed you before. And when you're getting towards the end of these, you simply get another 2 strands, you twist one strand into this, tuck it underneath, you take the other strand and you twist it into this one and tuck it underneath, and keep going. And that will form a really tight bond which you can't pull apart. So if you made this thin enough and long enough, you could make a bowstring, for instance. Keep twisting and tucking underneath, all the way down. Now what you would do before you start laying the fibres, you would let them dry out. There's a lot of water, a lot of moisture in these, and what you'll find is, although that looks nice and tight now, when that dries out, that will start to loosen off, and then you haven't got very good cordage. So you let it dry out first of all, and then you do the laying. If you find that when you come to do the laying, your nettle fibres are too dry, and simply run them through your mouth. Get some saliva on them, or put them in some water if you've got some water handy, just to moisten them a little bit. Okay, so we're coming towards the end there. As I say, if you wanted to make this longer, you just get 2 more strands. You twist one strand into this one, tuck it underneath. You twist one strand into that one, tuck it underneath. And you keep going, and that will form a really tight bond. So there is our finished cordage. Again, very, very strong. If you wanted to make it thicker, so you wanted to make some rope, you simply get your finished dried cordage, nice long lengths, you find the middle, and you do the same thing. So you twist and tuck, twist and tuck, twist and tuck. You end up with a double strength, and you could hang a great weight on that and it wouldn't snap. It's very, very strong. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, stay safe and God bless.